Good morning. I'm Shannon, and I have a business. I am, Durfee Virtual Administrative Services is the name of the business, but let me give you a little bit of background to that. I am 33 years old, married, 3 kids, and when I was 20, I was actually hired at the Washington State Patrol as a 911 dispatcher, and I worked there for 10 years. Awesome job, loved it. It was the best job I could ever imagine having. I climbed the ranks really well, really fast because of I'm really good at multitasking. I'm really good at detail-oriented and interacting with people. Anyway, so I climbed from being 0 to almost to the top within like 5 years, which in the State Patrol is actually really hard to do. So I was there for 10 years. Due to life circumstances and having kids and stuff, I had to give that job up. Hardest thing for me to do was to give up the most amazing job ever. So I'm still working on getting over that a little bit. That was in 2017? No, early 2017, yeah. And since then, I love my kids, don't get me wrong. Love my kids to death. I coach soccer, I love my kids. However, I don't strive well if that's all I do is my kids. I have to have something for me. I have to have something that I get to use my other skill set in other than mom, right? And so using that multitasking and that detail-oriented and that computer geekiness, I can sit at a computer all day long. My husband has to pry me off of my computer sometimes because I'm like, oh, I'll do this and I'll do that and I can do this and I'll do that and I accomplish things. So being at my computer is a really comfort zone for me. So early 2017, had quit my job, pregnant with my 3rd child. I'm like, I gotta find something to do. It wasn't so much about the income, didn't really need the money. I mean, it's always nice, right? Who doesn't like money, right? But I was like, okay, I gotta find something for me. So I started on Pinterest. Like, what do parents do? What do moms do from home, right? How are people making money from home? And I ran into the concept of blogging, right? Everybody is familiar with blogging. People make thousands of dollars off of blogging and all the affiliated links that they put into a blog. And I found people that were literally making $10,000 a month off of writing blogs. And I'm like, huh, okay. But I'm an introvert, and talking a lot is not my thing. So Adam's like, yeah, duh. So I was like, I can't blog. I can't just pour out my guts all the time. So while I was looking through blogging, I found the concept of a virtual assistant. VA is the term that is made and used. And I started looking into that a little bit more, and I thought, hey, this is something I can do. For me, especially in the 911 world, was serving others and seeing my work accomplish things for other people, or saving a day, or making somebody's life better because of something that I had done. That, for me, is a really rewarding thing. That's how my love tank is filled, I guess you could say. And so the whole virtual assistant idea really grew on me, kind of attached me real fast, and I was like, oh, I could do that. And then I started thinking about the need in the area, and I mentioned it to a couple different people, and they were like, wow, that's something you could do. So I ran with it, and I started with Durfee Virtual Administrative Services. I tried to create a website. You can go on the shannondurfee.com, and it is somewhat there, but I'm better at serving other people than myself. I'll tell you that right now. I will put anybody before myself, and so my own website is still in the works. I'm working on it. Yeah. So what the virtual assistant means is that pretty much I am a secretary. I can do administrative work. I do social media. I do marketing. I do branding. Essentially anything that requires a computer to do it, I can do it. The virtual part is that I do it in my own space, in my own time, as an independent contractor to other people. You hire me, and I will run your Facebook page and do your marketing, or create documents for you, or run your customer database, keep it up to date and cleaned out, clean out your emails, run your scheduling. Those are all things that I can do. However, I do it as an independent contractor, which means I'm not taking up your office space. I do not need L&I and Social Security as an employee. I just get your 1099 at the end of the year, and that's it. I have clients that I only talk to, like physically, verbally talk to on the phone, maybe every 3 or 4 months. Her and I, my longest standing client, her and I have been going for a year and a half. And she has gotten so many customers based off of my Facebook posts. It's ridiculous. I mean, to pat myself on the back a little bit, but it's just something that for me, it's really cool because I'm like, wow, I'm seeing businesses grow based off of the work that I'm doing. And for me, that's super rewarding because again, I'm into pouring into others and seeing that reward. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. I love to, like I said, serve and be at my computer. And if I can do both things at the same time, I'm doing it. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. Real estate marketing, document creation, organizing. I do some consulting. I had a client in Quincy that I had to be a little bit more present for because he hired me to help him with his employees because he was a new business owner and he didn't know how to do HR and interacting with the employees. And so he hired me for a couple months just to be there to hire and fire and establish some employees in his new career. So I do a little bit of consulting in that realm, but not a lot. I mean, I give advice. I'm not completely ignorant when it comes to running a business. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. So yeah. So Facebook, it is changing. Part of it is that people got frustrated with Facebook because of the algorithms, which means you have to post at certain times with certain words, with certain pictures, with certain emojis for it to even be seen on a feed, right? People are like, I'm done with that. Instagram is the next really big one, especially in the 35 and younger crowd. It's all about Instagram, and when you use Instagram, you have to use the hashtags to go with it. People follow hashtags. If you're not familiar with that, I can explain that later. But that is, especially, I guess, it's more in the age range of 16 to 25 is really Instagram. The other one that I'm still learning about, and I've been told that I really need to kick my butt in gear about this, is LinkedIn. However, LinkedIn, you're going to have a little bit more of the adult, mature business level of people in, but it is growing. LinkedIn is growing. So Instagram and LinkedIn, I would try those two. But I wouldn't completely ditch Facebook. I'm still finding a lot of results on Facebook. It all is in how you post, when you post, and the content of your post is what makes the difference. I'm doing both because there's a demand for both. So when I started, everybody's like, you need to pick a niche, do one thing. I can't. I like it all. And so as far as splitting my time, it's not so much what I'm doing, it's more of the customer I'm serving and what needs to get done at the time. My day, I can go 30 minutes on one client and then another 30 minutes on one client and then move to another, and then I'm back to the next one. My day just flows, and a lot of it depends on how my kids are behaving. So it just all depends. Honestly, educating people about what a virtual assistant is. I say Durfee Virtual Administrative Services, and people are like, what? I know it's a mouthful in general, but virtual, everybody's like, what does that mean?
You have an elevator speech?
I haven't nailed it down yet. Working on it. It's really hard. But I would like to be able to say, virtual administrative services and in 2 sentences explain what it is, right? Like I need to be able to nail that down. But it is hard. People still have a hard time grasping that concept. So even in the realm of wherever it is you work and how it's worked, just creating that conversation of, hey, have you ever heard of a VA? You know what a VA is, And whether or not you need one or the person you're talking to, educate people for me about what that is. Because I don't want to have to explain it every time. That'd be really nice. Go ahead. So I guess someone asked me about how to manage my time between 2 things. I have figured out more about myself, about what I prefer to work on. I mean, social media posts and management isn't necessarily my favorite thing anymore. I would rather do some of the administrative work and website maintenance and do that kind of stuff. So because I don't want to give up the social media, I'm on track now. I just need to get a little bit more cushion in my bank account to hire someone to help me with just social media posts. And that will come to a time. I'm looking forward to that day that I don't have to schedule posts. Go ahead. Small business is what I'm mostly at right now. However, to be able to take on a large client that is willing to, what do they call them, high-end clients, you know, that are willing to pay the money for my services and know the value of me would be really cool. So I'm not opposed to anything at this point. But right now, yeah, I'm mostly just small businesses. Based on the need, especially in Quincy, my heart is small businesses. There's a lot of people growing in Quincy. I don't know if you guys know, there's a mini Pipus being built in Quincy right now. Actually, it's not so mini. It's only like 2,000 square feet smaller than Pipus Market. So, and most of the people going into there are very new business owners. And so I'm like, I just want to help you. I just want to be there for you, you know, and help them grow. So, I mean, I don't know many limits on myself. I don't say no. That's okay.
Based off the conversations, the way you deal with it is you're able to show how whatever project it is that you're working on will actually generate business for them on the back end,
right,
because it allows them to focus on what they do really well.
Thank you. He explained it for me. Adam has helped me through a couple different situations.
You'll be able to replay this film so you can memorize that one.
That's right. That's a good line. Yes. Yes. And I have gotten to that point. You know, one of the clients that has kept me on for a long time, I'm not necessarily working as many hours as we originally thought, and I'm not, you know, as full in work as we originally thought, but she knows that having me around whenever she's like, hey, I'm going on vacation, answer my Facebook messages, that's worth the money for her right there. Even her husband's like, you're never getting rid of that person because they understand that what I'm doing is a life-saving situation in their situation, so that they're not overloaded in their business. So just getting a business owner to grasp that, sometimes it takes a couple months of me doing that for them to understand, oh, this is better than I thought it would be. I'm getting to the point of retainers because I am getting busier.
Seems like that would.
Yeah. Yeah, I am getting to that point because some people are like, hey, I need this job here and that job here and that job here. I'm like, okay, if you're going to have me doing jobs randomly all the time, I'm going to need you to hold me because other people would rather pay me. I do have an hourly rate. I do prefer, though, to do monthly contracts, monthly rates. You pay me a flat fee every month. I do kind of consider, when I estimate that flat fee every month, I do consider about how many hours I'm going to put into working for you. And then I work up to that and just do as I can with that a month. It just kind of depends on the work that's getting done at the time. Well, I think I do about 4 hours a day. No, I do more than that. I don't know. It's truly random. It's truly random. Like today I'm in Wenatchee all day because of different meetings and situations, so I probably won't get any computer time. But tomorrow, you know, I know that my kids will be sleeping and my husband's going to be busy, so I can chuck away 6 hours, easy peasy, you know. And so for me, it's really hard to count those hours. I guess when I am feeling like I am lacking in my time with my family and my kids, if I'm not getting dinner on the table and soccer practice is too overwhelming and those types of things start getting affected, then I'm like, okay, now it's time to get serious. And to me, it's all of that's kind of how my personality works, I guess you could say, is just.
Are those projects,
So
those
much
types of
fun.
projects,
Yeah.
things you enjoy doing?
So much fun. Yeah. Can I? Please, can I? Yeah, I do. And actually, people have hired me for that. You know, there's couple times where people are like, okay, this is the only thing I need from you right now, but that doesn't mean I'm not still in the back of their mind if they need future projects. But yeah, I'll do a project, and if you kick me to the curb afterwards, at least I have made an impact on your life and in your business, and I know you'll think of me in the future. So yeah, whatever. Business comes and goes, and I'm okay with that. It is what it is. I guess it goes back to the whole, am I in it for the money, or am I in it to satisfy my own itch of finding something to do, I guess you could say. Amazingly enough, right now it's all word of mouth. I have some really awesome supporters, which is a godsend for me, because when I first started, people in my family are like, yeah, okay, whatever, Shannon. You know, they don't really, I don't know if I've been too flaky in the past or something, I don't know. They haven't really taken me seriously enough to know, but then I've gotten myself into a couple different networking groups and surrounded myself with people that are like, hey, they see the potential and they see the goodness of the work I'm doing, and they're like, yeah, let's go, and they're dragging me on. So word of mouth is number one right now. No, I want to grow, because I want to get to the point of I want to have to hire someone. I want to reach that next step. I'm excited to grow, and I'm excited to push myself and learn as I'm going, as far as business ownership and the needs that come with that. And I think the next step is hiring, but I do need to grow just a smidge more to get there. I went through a whole consulting situation. How long ago? 8 months, 10 months ago? And that was something that I came across that I was like, there's got to be something different. And like I said, I can be creative for everybody else in the world, but taking care of myself is like crap. And so, yeah, thinking of a business name has been a struggle for me, and I'm totally okay with changing it. Yeah, it would kind of suck because people would be like, wait, weren't you? And have to change all that. But thinking ahead, and that was something that I'm going through the business boot camp with the Center for Entrepreneurship, is thinking ahead and planning for, okay, where are you going to sell? Are you going to just stop it? Are you going to, what are you going to pass it on to your kids? And so, yeah, taking my name out of the business was something that I am strongly considered. So if anybody has a grand idea of what to name my business, just throw them at me. That'd be great. Because I'm really good about taking suggestions from other people and running with it, because I don't necessarily feel like I need to claim that for myself. So one of the things I thought of was Durfee Business Support, but then again, that still has my name in it. So something with, I had addressed that whole business support framing a while back. What business support, what? Columbia Basin Business Support or Wenatchee Valley Business Support. Like, what do? I don't know. Drives me nuts. I try. I'm like, okay, I'll take care of that later. I've got clients to take care of, and I'd rather do that than take care of my own business. But yeah, I will. Thank you for that. I will kick myself in the butt for that one. So one of the things that was really cool about this whole VA concept was the startup fee. Like, if you were considering, there's nothing. I literally had $100 in my bank account. There's no startup fee. So if you ever know anybody who has the want to have their own business or desire to create something on their own, I completely strongly encourage this kind of business, because for one, there wasn't a startup fee and cost, and it's so organic. For me, it's completely kind of by the seat of my pants, and it's fun. So if you know anybody who's interested in that kind of thing, have them talk to me. Actually, I would probably hire someone who's interested in doing what I do, because I'll need to hire someone. I have a heart for stay-at-home moms, obviously. And in the back of my mind, I've always thought, okay, I'm gonna grow, and I'm gonna hire other stay-at-home moms, which would be great. But the more I've kind of dabbled in that and talked to a couple different stay-at-home moms. It takes a special person to have the same drive I do. And I have standards and expectations. And so a mom that's gonna, you know, I wanna feel like you're gonna put my job first, but at the same time, I also have to take in consideration that they're a stay-at-home mom first too. And so I have to adjust my thinking and trust that they're gonna do the work that I want them to do. So yeah, I'm still working through that as far as what my goals are and my growth.
I just wanted to tell you to pay close attention to that intuition that you're having about that whole thing. You were spot on that.
Yeah.
And finding the combination.
Yeah.
A stay-at-home mom who also
Has
has that
drive.
that's really rare.
Yeah,
And wait until you're certain that you see it.
yeah, yeah. That's the, I'm like, okay, I wanna find that. Your name's Oli, right? No, oh, see, what's that? Walter. Yes, I provide that to my clients. If you need something done for me right now, right here, I will make that happen. Because as a mom life, it is also flexible, you know? I can find a babysitter, you know? I can make it a priority to get a task done if that is what you need of me. Sure, why not? Makes it exciting and fun. Put me on a deadline. Hardly any. Hardly any stuff that I'm like, do it now.